Pow! And welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And happy Thursday! Can you believe it? It feels like months, but it has only literally been a couple of shows. But we are back in our regular scheduled Thursday slots. If you don't watch us live, you didn't even notice anyway, but we missed the last couple of Thursdays. We moved the schedule around, but we are back at our home on a Thursday night here in the UK. Early morning if you're over in the US, and it's the future if you're in Australia and those parts. So hello to everybody. Thank you for always tuning in. And today's big talk for the show is I may have something new to show off. Maybe I'm just teasing everyone. Maybe it's just clickbait. I don't know. We'll figure that out in a minute. But you know I can't do it on my own. Here he is, the co-host, wearing my favourite t-shirt that he's got. It is, of course, Rich Displayed Once. Rich, how you doing?
I'm doing good. You okay?
Yes, mate, I'm all good. I've got a full bottle of Copperberg.
I've got nothing, but I'm in work tomorrow, so I can't.
I'm working, but I can have a bottle. Just one. I told you, I haven't got a problem, regardless of what Amanda says. One a night is not a problem. One a night is not a problem. So we are going to talk about Marvel Legends, of course we are. There's a little bit of Marvel Legends related news, but otherwise we're just going to go with the flow here. So let me say hello to everyone in the chat. We'll do the housekeeping, and then we'll just get into it, shall we? Because people on the replay may be thinking, what the hell is Dan's clickbait title all about? If you're really clever, the actual graphic I used on my thumbnail for this stream is actually just me from a thumbnail from like an old wave, like an old mail call video. So it's not even a new picture. I've fooled you all. Or have I? Is that a bluff? We shall find out. But let me do the housekeeping first and foremost. If you are here live, please say hello in the chat and I can say hello right back at you. That is the advantage of being here live. Where are my graphics? Here they are. So as always, welcome to the Thursday edition. Actually, on a Thursday today, me and Rich break down the week that was in the world of Marvel Legends. It is a Legends and Liquor week as well, people. So if you are a channel member at the Members Club tier and you literally want to come on this channel, you don't have to, but if you want to come on here and talk some toys, then you can do exactly that this Sunday. So the date will be Sunday the 21st, I believe. Yeah, Sunday the 21st. If you want to be on Legends and Liquor, please wait until this live show ends and then hit me up on Instagram. Just send me a DM, say Dan Group 1 or Dan Group 2, and you can literally be on Legends and Liquor. Much appreciated. Been adding new faces constantly this year. Let's keep that streak going. If you've never been on Legends and Liquor before and you're like, I want to talk some toys as we sort of get into this summer season, San Diego Comic-Con, lots of toy reveals all over the place, then now's a good time, all right? Get involved, Legends and Liquor, and hit me up. Me and Tanner have scheduled in a Turtles and Tea as we have like 7 months of Turtles to recap. We are doing that this Tuesday. It'll be a special late night edition. I think like 10 p.m. UK time Tuesday. So lots of stuff. And we're going to have a special guest, Nostalgia Unboxed. If you are on the YouTube and you're liking the NECA products at the minute, I'm sure you've come across his channel. I'm a big fan, and he's going to come on Turtles and Tea and talk some toys with us. So that is a special edition of Turtles and Tea on Tuesday night at 10 o'clock, which is Tuesday the 23rd. And then we will do a Joe's and Juice very soon, I am sure, as some new Joes start to trickle out. I've seen In-Demand teasing a few imports, so lots of Joes on the way. And again, go and check out my reviews for Torpedo and also Copperhead on the channel right now. Thank you very much. And of course, if you want to support the channel, contribute, all that good stuff, you can do so right now, live, and I can thank you live on air. Anything over £4 or $4 Friday, we'll read it out loud. You will literally interrupt the conversation to get your comments heard, as well as contributing to the channel. It is always appreciated. You can do it via Super Chat or via the Streamlabs link in the description. Both work exactly the same. It is massively appreciated. And again, that is that join button. A lot of YouTube channels have them, but don't be scared to hit mine, all right? I literally get you involved in the channel. It is simple as that. Get involved, and I will talk to you about some toys very, very soon. So I've got some toys to show off, Rich. What are you laughing at?
I was just like, join mine, no one else's. Don't touch anyone else's, join mine.
Can join.
Just Dan Who's.
You can join other people's if you want, but like I think I've got a pretty good membership. I'm just saying. I think I've got a pretty good membership, all right? I'm just saying. So get involved. Don't be shy. I have got some new toys, but I do want to say hello to people first. So let me get the chat up. I've put a poll in the chat, by the way, and it may be related to today's conversation, or it may not be. It's just quite simply best 90s animated Marvel cartoon. Now, I just put 2 rather than other because there were more than these 2, of course. But I was just curious between these 2 shows. These are my top 2, by the way. These are my top 2. X-Men animated series or the Spider-Man animated series. Rich is holding a prop of both as he's got Cyclops in his hand while wearing the Spider-Man t-shirt. So he was very much on theme for today's question of the day. So far, with 73 votes, X-Men is in the lead. A big lead as well. Like a bigger lead. I thought X-Men would be popular, but not by this much. X-Men, 62% so far, and we're only 10 minutes into the show. Less than 10 minutes into the show. And 38% for Spider-Man. I'm assuming with that thumbs up there, Rich, you went for X-Men. How big of a difference is the gap for you, though? Is it massively better or just a little bit better?
X-Men is like much better than Spider. Like Spider-Man was like, oh, X-Men is not on TV, so we've got Spider-Man for a couple of weeks. Like, oh, boring. But then X-Men came back, and then X-Men was much better.
Okay, I've got a special place for Spider-Man, as you know, but I do love both, and I would never argue with anyone saying that one's better than the other, whatever. Like I think they're both great, and I hold a very nostalgic place in my heart for both of them. But I'm always curious what the people think. And again, we may have something on theme for that a little bit later. But let me say hello to the chat. I'm just going to scroll right up to the top, see who was in nice and early. So I can see Tac Tac first and foremost. He says J. Jonah Jameson wants pictures of this wave. What wave are you talking about, Mark Tac Tac? Damien's just jumped in with the channel membership token. Let me scroll down, see what he says. Damien says, Rich M, not being nosy, but show off that shirt.
No, it's not QVC. Look, it comes in an array of colours. Available in sizes extra small to 5XL. Available now on Truffle Shuffle. Actually, it's cake worthy. This is cake worthy. This is. Yeah, it's got all everyone on it.
So if someone wanted that T-shirt, cake, they just Google Cakeworthy, take them to a site that sells T-shirts, type in Spider-Man.
Cakeworthy if you're in the USA. I think Truffle Shuffle import if you're in the UK.
Okay, cool.
I got mine on Truffle Shuffle.
I do really like it, and so do the chat.
But available they've got different designs as well. Like they've got Disney, Elvira, Star Wars, Muppets. Well, anything you want. It's X-Men, no X-Men available.
Ah, sad times, sad times. They clearly voted for Spider-Man in our poll. I think I've got like a Simpsons style T-shirt like that with all the Simpsons characters all over it.
They do Simpsons ones. They got like all the kids. They've got like everyone who works in the power plant. Those kind of things as well.
I just like got a knock at the door. Teddy was barking like literally half an hour ago. A delivery that was well late. I thought I wasn't even going to get it till tomorrow. Big box, whole case of Ultimates Simpsons figures. Oh. I know, I did it. I couldn't help myself, but I will talk about that more on Legends and Liquor. Today, we'll talk about Marvel. So Damien said, good afternoon. Big Will, of course. Mark Rose, Cloud, Stryden, The Fossil, Jamie Gishard. I'll try and get it right, Jamie. I'm learning. Craig's Nostalgic... Craig's Nostalgic Collection says, hi, everyone. Super Soul says, Webhead for the win. Had Blade and Morbius, which was my favourite episode on TV ever. It did have a lot of cameos from the Marvel Universe, absolutely. Jay's Toys Collection UK, evening all. He's left to his... I think Cheeky Monkey Kiara's gone down to London since she's left him alone. And he is now unsupervised, spending lots of money on new collections. I'm sure he'll tell us all about it on Legends of Liquor this week. So will Fiendish Frank. He says, what's up, guys? Watching while I work. Don't work too hard, Frank, all right? Don't work too hard. Little Leaf Creation says, evening all. Evening to yourself. Big Will's here, but also Phil Jones says, what's in the box? What box are you referring to, Phil? Don't know what you're talking about. And Phil's going to America soon, by the way, people. So anyone want to hit him up? I don't know if he wants to meet any of you, but he's going to America. You might spot him. Professor Hill Phones.
Buy you anything in Target or Walmart? Send him a list.
yeah. I literally I like going virtual shopping with Phil in America. It feels like I'm there. He's a good man. He's brought me some stuff back in the past. He's a good man. Chi collects. Dom. He says it's all about the Mag's helmet. Is it all about the Mag? Imagine if I started the stream wearing the Magneto helmet. Roleplay. We'll get into it. We will discuss that.
You couldn't get the Pink Ranger helmet on. Will it fit?
I think I did get it to work. Did I try it on a stream?
Yeah.
Okay.
It It was like your chin was sticking out the bottom and you couldn't close it. That's what I remember.
I think I wasn't wearing it properly. I think I did eventually get it to work. I think. Oh, Amanda did.
Is that for Amanda later on? She loves the Pink Ranger, does she?
She was my first crush. She was my first crush. I told you. The Fossil says an early and easy. Yeah, I'm not. That's after dark conversations. Paul says evening pop pickers. Talking about pops, Rich will show me a pop. I'll show you that in a minute. Cloud, Greg, Infamous, Jason, the retweeting king, Omar V, George W says I got to revise for an A-level exam tomorrow. We'll have the stream on in the background. What is the A-level exam, George? Wish you luck, my friend.
Good luck, George.
Yes, don't stress out. Don't worry about it. You'll be good. You'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine. Fortress Maximus says, "What's up, yo?" Oh, Chikimon Kiara is here. She says, "Hello from the coach, returning from London." Hello, Chikimon Kiara.
Hello, ladies on the coach.
Hello. We're on everyone's screen on the back of the chair. The whole coach is watching us. Chikimon Kiara said, "You gotta tune in." They're big toy fans, big Legends people. Arvin says, "Hey everyone. Hope everyone's well. We are well, my friend. Thank you for asking." Curtis Randall says, "Hi all. Hello." Hero Collections, I've heard of that guy. He says, hit that like button. Please do. Remember, 100 likes keeps Abnugla down that well, all right? Keep him down that well. Hit that like button. Lady Mac says, hey, hope all is well. Wild Kate Coyle says, oi, yeah, bruv. Oh, yeah, bruv to you. Thank you for tuning in. John says, hi, Dan and Rich and the whole crew. Hello, John. Mr. Grudge says, hi. Robert says, hello, Dan. Hello, Robert. Colin Glory says hello. Hello, Colin. Mikey Moonboots, pow, pow, pow. Travis B says hello, Dan and Rich. Justin Collects says hey, everyone. Justin was very jealous of my Power Rangers Alien Rangers review. That arrived from Pulse. Rectangular Todd says oi, oi, oi. How you doing, Todd? Oggy. Oi, oi, oi. Can you believe it, by the way? I live in Coventry. Coventry just got to the playoff final. Could be in the Premiership next year. What the hell is going on?
Whoa.
What the hell is going on? No one knows what I'm talking about. Super Turk 5000 says, evening all. Hello, Tanner. Disavowed Action Figures says, what's going on all? We're talking toys, my friend. Just getting warmed up. Hobby with the Rich M emojis. We know who his favourite is. And the Pow Pow. Mike Keck says, sup, California Red Devil. There he is. Where's he been for a while? How you doing? His favourite turtle's Donatello. Just got to remind everyone. All McCarnage says, sup, Who Crew, welcome back. Wait, I get it. Just feels right on a Thursday, right? It just feels right. Feels better. So yeah, hello. Thank you to everyone. Literal Action Figs down there at the bottom as well. Alex says, got A-levels to myself. What a nightmare. Good luck to everyone doing their exams. I guess it is that time of year. But don't get stressed out about it. You're young. Still got your whole life ahead of you. Still got plenty of time to figure out what you want to do. Don't let people just tell you to make your life decisions at that early age.
What A-levels did you get?
I didn't do A-levels. I did GCSEs, and then I went to college and did sports science, like a BTEC or national diploma or something like that. You know, so I never did A-levels. I wasn't very academic. So like, I got enough GCSEs to like get into my college course, and then I did sports science because I thought I'd just play football all day. It turned out it wasn't. So I did that for a couple of years, and then went and did music, and that's what I found my passion in, the music stuff. But now I'm an IT manager for a company that does nothing about that. So life works in mysterious ways. But
you don't need A-levels. Dreams can come true for everyone.
Exactly. Mysterious ways. But hello everyone. He says, California Red Devil says, rooting for Coventry over Chelsea if Chelsea don't get relegated. That would be annoying if Chelsea got relegated and Cov went up. That would be weird. Of course, I support Chelsea, but I'm going to support my hometown, Coventry, as well. I used to have a Coventry season ticket, because obviously that's more affordable than Chelsea. So of course, I want Coventry to do well. And again, they're 90 minutes away from Premiership football. It's football, first and foremost, the biggest sport in the world. Premier League, the best league in the world for football. And Coventry, a little team that was in League Two not long ago, it's dream, fairy tales. Amanda's been trying to get tickets to Wembley because we're Glory supporters, but it's not been easy. But anyway, let's talk some toys. So, I teased at the beginning, I got some new toys, some new Marvel Legends. So let's show them off. Rich, this will make you happy. There she is. I've got her.
Oh, you finally got a Monet.
Got my own Monet. Here she is. So Richie's Monet. People still ask me to this day, does your Monet have a head? Look, there she is. Richie's Monet has a head.
She's got like chew marks in it, but it
Yeah.
is Monet's
Teddy did spit it out eventually, but there it is. So there's Monet. She looks great, but I did get the whole. So I've basically backtracked. So I've got Cap now, Ultimate Cap. I've got Molecule Man. Sorry, yeah. So now I can complete the Puff Adder wave, and then I've got the whole Chode Builder figure wave now. I think Corsair is the one that I'm most anticipated to open. So I've got that whole wave. And yeah, there's the Marvel Legends that I got this week. What about you?
Well, been waiting for my big Jubilee box to come, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yesterday on my door, like when I came home, big box on the outside, it said Jubilee on it. I was like, yes, my Mondo Jubilee is here. Can't wait to open it. What was inside? Oh, it's a Jubilee Funko Pop, tiny little Funko Pop. That was it. But today...
Oh, she's here. Oh, she is actually here. Very
arrived.
Nice. I'm actually looking forward to see you open this and take some pictures. How's she looking in hand?
So I haven't had a chance to open it, but she is huge.
Oh, they do look good. Again, like I saved Mondo's onto my like favourites last week after talking about it, and I found someone was sharing. I think it might have been Craig that shared the link on Amazon to Wolverine, but it was like without import charges and stuff. It looked like a good price.
Yeah. But... Buy it on Comics and Cocktails because literally I worked today to pay off the import and custom charges. That's where my day pay has gone.
But
today.
they look good. So you'll be posting some pictures of Mondo Jubilee on displayed once, I hope.
Get my little cube sorted now. Got my Funko Pop as well. I'll have to expand the cube.
Got a headline.
2 cubes.
Got a headliner cube now, yeah.
Rectangular. I'll have to get a rectangle. I'll have to get a rectangle.
You might have to pay him a fee for the word, but
Oh yeah. Sorry, Todd.
He's copyrighted that. He owns that shape. That's his shape. So nice. So I got some new Marvel Legends. You got Jubilee. That's it. All right, great show. We'll see everyone next week. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye now. Not really.
Hit that subscribe button.
Okay, let me go. Full screen here. This is it. Someone do the drum roll in the chat, please. All right. Thank you. All right. I'm going to reveal this in the only way I know how, via song. This makes me very happy what I'm about to show you guys, alright? This is an exclusive just for the people watching right now. Not posted about this yet. Retro's back. Alright, don't. I'm so happy. Rich, I told you Retro were coming back. You were trying to
Look
tell
at my fingers. I think they're brill because I'm a big bloody Hasbro shill.
Mr. Hasbro phoned me up, said, "You want to check these out?" I said, "Yeah, sure." So I paid him full price. These are not from Hasbro. These are from In-Demand Toys. They are basically, I've got this whole wave import stock in, so they can sell them at MCM Comic Con this coming weekend, all right? The same with the G.I. Joes you've seen floating around, okay? So that's where I got mine from, and I paid for them as well, but I always support the independent. So yeah, Comic and Cocktails is where I got my Simpsons from. In-Demand Toys is where I got these from, and they will be for sale at MCM in London this weekend, I think. Is it this weekend or next weekend?
Next weekend.
Next weekend. Okay,
Friday.
cool. But, of course, I have them to do some reviews on the channel because I needed to beat that pesky MCU collector. Everyone seemed to be finding Ant-Man figures everywhere. So, yeah, but honestly, right? I know Rich has been telling everyone the Retro's dead and we're never going to see Retro again. And I was saying to him, Rich, don't worry. I was like, Retros will be back, Rich, right? Just be calm. Stop stressing about it. Stop trying to spread weird messages. Retro will be back, right? So finally, I have the proof to prove to Rich that Retros never went anywhere and they've been here all along.
Bit of rewriting history there, Dan, I think. But okay, we'll give it that one.
Look, people watching the show know what's been happening, so it's fine. Obviously, I was stressing out that we're never going to have retro cards again, and then just mere months later, I have more retro cards from our wall. It's the reason I'm showing these two off. We've got Tarantula, of course, and the Rose on the glorious Spider-Man retro card. This is the actual retro card, as this is a tribute. This is a recreation of the same card that Toys Biz did in the early 90s when I had action figures as a kid. They never did the Rose though, and they never did Tarantula. Tarantula was in Spider-Man Classics by Toys Biz much later, but I don't think the Rose has ever had an action figure, so I think this is the first Rose. Richard Fisk, of course, the son of Kingpin. Not a massive character as such, but it is another Spidey Rose Gallery villain to add to the shelf. So I just love these two. They're on the retro card. So very, very happy with that. All right. But I obviously, I didn't just get that. I got the whole bloody thing. And by the way, in person, she looks beautiful. Not gonna lie. So she is newly tooled. She's completely pinless. In hand, looks very menacing. Talking about hands, I wish she'd come with more interchangeable hands, but she just comes with her 2 size. No Build-A-Figure pieces, as we know on their retro card.
There is a Build-A-Figure with this wave. Regret, Dan. Regret is the Build-A-Figure.
Regret, yeah. It's a weird one, right? Because, again, like these are called retro cards because they represent something that was retro nostalgic. This is basically just, I don't know how do we refer to these? Just card backs? Just new card backs? I don't know how we refer to them, but
Discarded figures.
Yeah, I guess so. So they're not retro, but they're inspired by the popularity of the retro and the Legends line, and they've just gave them a new Spider-Man design, which I don't hate. By the way, I don't hate. I just have no attachment.
Inspired by money, Dan, because Hasbro realized no one was buying the stuff in the boxes, so they brought back the plastic. But it's okay because it is PET friendly plastic, so it's okay now. It's fine. All last year's all scheme and all the PowerPoint presentation they did, it's all gone away now. It's here now for everyone.
It doesn't actually say. Oh, maybe it does. It says some stuff on the back, but to be fair, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I like. Save the planet and all that, but like toys just look better on with Windows. Simple as that. And yeah, she looks really, really good. So there you go. So as I show these up, you can tell the people what you plan on getting, Rich. So Tarantula and Rose, are you in on any of them?
No, I don't care for either.
Okay, there you go. These I will open these for a review, and I'll end up, because I'm a sucker or a bum pirate, whatever you want to say, but I will end up getting another set for the wall, the ever expanding wall. Daredevil, aka Elektra as Daredevil, you in on?
Yeah, she's the one I want the most. She's like the best one of the wave. I'm not sure. I'll have to watch Dan who reviews when he reviews it.
Thank you very much.
Out. There we go.
I think this will probably be the first review I do. So hopefully MCU Collector hasn't got these arriving today and he's going to rush to film them. Damn you, Brian!
Getting on his plane to London now as we speak.
To be fair, he's just showed a picture of Spider-Man. So not Spider-Man, Ant-Man, isn't it? So he's got a. Where is it? I actually got the picture to show it off. Here he is. Look at this sneaky bastard. This is. I say all this with love, by the way. I like Brian, but here he is. Look at him. The sneaky with his Ant-Man. All right. Yeah. Well, look at me. I've got Daredevil. What are you saying? I can out-sneak the sneaker. There you go. All right. Just letting you know. I'm on your tail. Brian. I'm on your tail. Okay, so Elektra, she looks great. Honestly, probably the best of the wave, to be honest. Is it the strongest of waves? Probably not, but she is the best of the wave all the same. Jessica Drew, in a super popular costume, as we've learned on the channel. It's not. It's really not. They reverted back. She's not even pregnant, but it's still Jessica Drew. For people to add to their shelf.
She wasn't pregnant in this one. This was after.
No, I know,
she had a baby.
I know. I'm just saying it's not even a pregnant version, which is a figure that I've said I wouldn't mind having, as weird as that sounds. But
well, there is a pregnant Jessica Drew available for you, Dan. There we go.
Oh, there is.
Pregnant Jessica
You're not
Drew.
wrong. You're not wrong. That wave I haven't got yet, but maybe backtrack once I've seen the film. Okay, Miles Morales. He brought a jumper way too big for him. Now, I'm not going to lie, I haven't read a comic panel with this costume in, so I have zero attachment to the comic design. But from what I've seen online, it seems relatively accurate to what's on the comic page. Just the character design within itself is just a bit limiting for an action figure. Because
he looks like teen size as well, and he's smaller.
Yeah, he does. He does. And again, look, they've went for aesthetic. They've went for the aesthetic approach on the jumper as such, to not break up the articulation. Just Justin, thank you, Justin.
99 With the new baby on the way, I've got to move my toy room to a different room in the house. Who wants to volunteer to come help? Cold sweat smile.
That sounds fun, Just Justin. So congratulations first and foremost to Just Justin. He says, with a new baby on the way, got to move my toy room to a different room in the house. Who wants to volunteer to come help? So the biggest question I've got for you, Justin, as I said, first and foremost, congratulations to you and yours. Is it a bigger room? Is it a smaller room? Are you condensing? Are you expanding? I'm always curious. But a blank canvas is a good thing. I was saying to John, compulsive collector, he's moving house and has had to pack everything up, but he gets to start fresh, which is fun in itself. Stressful, yes, but it'll be worth it. It'll be fun. No?
Don't listen to him. It's someone who started, no, it's not fun starting again.
Well, I don't know. Put your favourite movie trilogy on in the background, your favourite podcast, play your favourite music. Just get all your boxes out and just start making piles, start planning it. Like, we're collectors. We're anal like that, so figure it out. I know, I shouldn't have used that word. As soon as I said that word, I regretted it. Too late. I'll clip it out for the replay crew. Anyway, there's Miles with his big jumper on. Who else we got? Chasm. Interesting, wacky character design. This is Ben Reilly as evil Ben Reilly, right?
Yeah, like with teaming up with the Goblin Queen and trying to like go against Spider-Man and the X-Men. I just read Dark Web, really good storyline. If you buy it in the collected edition, ignore the order that it's in. There's a guide at the front. Read it in that order. Do not read it in the order that it's presented. It's weird collection.
Oh, okay. The Cadam design looks good. Looks like a good action figure, to be fair. Like, I don't mind a funky odd design. I've just got no attachment to it. He has got the pins on him. He's on an older body. I think it's the older retro Spider-Man body, which is still decent enough, let's be honest.
It's a 10-year-old figure, Dan, with 2 accessories, no bath piece, and it's £25. £25? I could buy like 10 vodkas and cokes for I couldn't buy 10 vodkas and cokes. I could buy 10 vodkas and cokes for that.
Everything. I sent Amanda a picture earlier from the shop. She wanted some chicken nuggets or something like that, right? So I was looking for
taking the picture of all the different chicken nuggets.
I wasn't doing that, but I seen chicken dippers, right? A bag of 22 chicken dippers, bird's eye chicken dippers, like over £6 for 22 chicken dippers. Like, ridiculous. Cost of living is crazy, but undoubtedly these are pricey. Again, for no Build-A-Figure piece, lack of accessories. No one's denying that. No one's hiding from that. No one's trying to defend that. I completely agree. There needs to be more here. They're not appealing, but I've got a YouTube channel that talks about Legends, so I like to get this stuff and talk about it and share it with you guys. I'm doing you guys a service, all right? If you check out the review, not really, but I'm just trying to say I love Legends, but that's me. I'm biased. It's up to me. I can spend my money how I wish. Thank you. So there you go.
Dan, who he's here to help.
Yeah. Let me show you. Let me spend your money. And then last but not least, Ben Reilly. He looks good. He's on the
new
pinless,
body, isn't he? Yeah.
He's pinless. He only comes, annoyingly, he comes with 1 swipping hand, 1 open palm hand, and 2 fists. So you miss it. Like, could they really not squeeze into the budget an extra swipping hand and an extra wall crawling hand? Like, really?
And
really?
It is not painted, are they? Is it just?
No, they are. They are
painted. Yeah. Okay. Oh, there you go. There's the budget one.
Yeah. Like, really? Come on. So, yeah, that's frustrating. Chris with the $10 super chat. Thank you so much.
Chris donated $10. Started collecting Marvel Legends last year. About to start Power Rangers. Just pre-ordered remastered red, green, and pink Rangers. Do you think we get remastered white and black?
Thank you very much, Chris, for the $10 super chat. He says, starting collecting Marvel Legends last year. About to start Power Rangers. Just pre-ordered remastered red, green, pink. Do you think we'll get white and black? So we are definitely getting black, as they showed off Zach and his new head sculpt on their recent live stream. But they said pre-order to come. So we were 100% getting black. But white, I don't think so, unfortunately.
I think they'll be white and black together.
Do you really? Is that what they're holding it? Interesting.
Yeah, they'll definitely do the White Ranger. They'll definitely do a remastered version of that.
I hope so, but so far no official word on White Ranger, but official word on Black Ranger. But I like Rich, I hope, very much hope they do the White Ranger in the remastered form. Hopefully they don't give his bloody shield to someone else. Hasbro, again, playing games. But no, I would like a remastered white, but no official word yet. But black is definitely coming. So yeah, hopefully soon. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Yellow and blue are out right now. I've already got them. They're great. Completely pinless, of course, and you can still make use of your older ones because you can just put the civilian heads on there, spruce up the display. So I like the remastered figures, but options are never a bad thing, as I'll say. And yeah, this wave gives you options. You can either buy them or not buy them. That's how things work, right? So it's up to you if you want them or not. But as I said, I've as a Legends fan, I got some of these. Me and Rich are going to split them, but I'm going to open them up and yeah, take a look. But again, I'm happy for the retro cards. Again, I just love that retro card, and I'm all in on it. All in. Look at the bloody wall. Have I showed you enough? Look at the wall. Retro. There's some more legends. Retro. Yeah. So I'm in. I'm all in at this point.
With this, that's every wave that's been solicited so far has shown up somewhere, haven't it?
Yes.
Because like America's got the Ant-Man wave. I know we haven't got that yet.
MCU Collector beat me on that one. Damn you! It's fine.
So they've got to announce some new waves then soon, haven't they? Because like we're caught up.
Exactly. And they announced in advance all of the summer program, which have slowly been revealed and slowly gone up for pre-order. There are only 2 left that haven't gone up for pre-order. Are Black Widow, who's a Target exclusive, and US Agent, who's a Walmart exclusive. They won't be exclusive to us in the UK, but no pre-order as of yet. So yeah, there've got to be some more reveals soon.
That Luke Cage as well. It's got to go somewhere that they've shown off.
I'll bring up Ryan Ting's Instagram in a minute because he took an awkwardly framed photo, and a lot of people I thought were reading too much into it. But then at the same time, Ryan knows what people are going to do. So like, again, it's one of those where he's making my head scratch. So I'll bring up Ryan Ting's Instagram in a second. But anyway, this wave, I will do some reviews on the channel. I will do Elektra first. Let me know who you want me to see after that, and any comparisons, all of that good stuff, all right? I'm not going to do character breakdowns for these guys because you know who they are. This is Elektra.
I don't know, yeah, that's why. He's like, Kazza, what's that?
And that. Sure, I'll just be like, here's Ben Riley in his outfit, in his pajamas. So, but this is from just in the box, just in the packaging. Again, I do like the packaging. This is so much better. Compare this to this, like, which is better? Which is better? Come on, obviously this is better. So I'm not mad at this. It's just that I have no nostalgic attachment. But maybe someone in 30 years' time will. And that's great. That's great.
What's Elektra come with? Just 2 size?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No interchangeable hands.
That
that's just 2 size, yeah. There you go. 2 size. The lack of accessories make me sigh.
2 size. Let's touch eye to eye.
Tons. Okay, I'm going to put them down. Hugo. Thank you very much for the channel membership. 9 months, Hugo. Thank you so much. He says, hey, Dan and Rich and Who Crew. Loving the stream. I can't wait to get the wave. Just look at the beautiful, especially the Rose and Tarantula and Chasm. Yeah, again, like, they're the Marvel Legends aesthetic. You know what you're getting yourself in for now. And yeah, let me bring up Ryan Ting's Instagram, actually. Captain K says black and white 2-pack for the Power Rangers. Talking of Power Rangers, I have got a Power Ranger review on the channel. I didn't bring them downstairs to show off. The box is upstairs. But it is a purchase this week, to be fair. It is the Power Rangers Alien Rangers. If I can get my screen up, I'll show you. There you go.
Alien Rangers.
I even
theme too. Was it bad?
No, yeah, I know. I even tuned it and left. There you go. Oh, there's me. So yeah, there you go. Alien Ranger. Let me skip to the end. They look really good, people. Honestly, really, really nice. If you want that team, very obscure team. They were only in like 10 episodes. It was a transitional team between Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin, and Zeo. So yeah, you either love them or you hate them. But it's nice to complete a team in a box. Undoubtedly, I don't think anyone could argue with that. Like if Lightning Collection, did this release Power Ranger teams like this, it would be a hell of a lot easier to like complete teams. There's still teams that need to be completed. It's took 2 years to complete certain teams. So I love the concept of a whole team in a box. And I think they may, like for the less popular teams, may go in this direction. So yeah, the bigger teams like the Mighty Morphin, of course, they're not just going to give you an easy way to get it. They're going to milk you for every cent you got. So, but this team, very nice. Again, go and check out my review. I wish they come with civilian heads, but they all do come with interchangeable hands and a few accessory pieces, and they look great all displayed together. Okay, so go and check out my review for the Alien Rangers box set. It's in stock on Pulse. I think it came back into stock. It's not cheap, mind you, but again, you're an adult. You choose. Buy it if you want it. I wanted the Alien. I'm getting Zordon Era. That's my rule with Power Rangers. Zordon Era. And then if I like the design, I might pick it up. I broke my rule already. But for my display, it's Zordon Era. And these are absolutely Zordon Era. So I had to get them. I'm in.
No, the place you got those statues from.
Yes.
Is it Beast Kingdom?
No, Iron Studios.
Iron Studios. They do like a Power Rangers one. And did you see the Zordon?
I did.
That looks really good. It's like glows up.
I did.
Everything.
I looked at it. I even got my tape measure out to see how it scales. Yeah. Like,
would it fit? Like,
could I put that as a backdrop to my Lightning to my
Yeah.
Lightning collection. I might ask them that question. Leave that one with me. I'll see if we can answer it. But anyway, go and check out my review for that on the channel. And what was I going to do? I was going to look at Ryan Ting's Instagram, wasn't I? So let me do that. So yeah. Oh wait, do you know what? Before we do that, let's actually talk about the Legends news that did come out this week. It came out today, right? Earlier today, and it's in theme with the X-Men Spider-Man question we've got. Rich has given you a clue. It is, of course, the Magneto roleplay helmet. Now, I'm a big X-Men fan, not so much a roleplay fan, but it is interesting to see how it's. Well, it depends where the roleplay is, Rich. All right. Told you, I've still got that pink Power Ranger helmet. Can be used for many things. So this is the first Marvel roleplay item that is not MCU related, right? At least in this recent Legends era.
Well, it's kind of, I suppose, because it's a Disney Plus show, it's kind of like tied into that. But yeah, it's the first animated or comic book like creation, I suppose.
Don't get me wrong; these things look great on displays. I've seen many people with like all the different MCU helmets, the Star-Lord, Iron Man, Black Panther. You got a War Machine. You've got like a Gamerverse War Machine one with the Punisher logo on the top. So there's loads of roleplay items. You've got all this. You've got the Power Rangers do all the swords. I think Thor's got his hammer, Mjolnir, and Stormbreaker. So yeah, roleplay items is something that's been around for a while, but it is interesting to see a very comic-inspired, colourful display piece like this, which undoubtedly would look great on a display. Just not for me, personally. But I know people will put this on a shelf on a DTOF. Maybe a couple of Magneto figures. We've got a couple of Mafex Magneto figures on the way, which look great. Obviously, we've got a few Marvel Legends choices as well. So yeah, what do you think of the helmet and just roleplay items in general? Have you got any? Have you got any on display, etc.?
I haven't got any roleplay items on. I've got a couple, but I haven't got any on display. They're all still in boxes, so probably a waste. It's like one of those things that I'll make a display out of them. I never do. But I tell you what, if they did Jubilee glasses and earrings, I'd be there, Dan, front of my Jubilee shelf. Yeah. But it's interesting going with Magneto because obviously like that helmet. Mm-hmm. So are they going to do like other X-Men characters? Like you could do like Wolverine's cowl. You got like Juggernaut's helmet, Cyclops' visor. And then obviously Jubilee's glasses would be like the best seller of Pulse ever, wouldn't it?
You've already got the yellow raincoat, right? You've already got one of them.
Yeah. You saw.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Go back and watch my Jubilee cosplay. You know,
that's
just
what I'm saying.
Casual Friday nights in. That is.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Just double checking. But yeah. Anyway, so it's go on.
We have got like one thing you could pay with this is that remember that Deadpool head that spoke.
Yes. Oh, you can make
kind of.
Oh, you can make
like
nice.
Your little like you got that and that. That's like a little X-Men display going on there.
Oh, I thought you were going to make Deadpool wear the helmet. So like that
maybe
Deadpool head. You
could do that as well.
That Deadpool head's just rocking the Magneto helmet. That would be a pretty funny accessory sort of piece on the shelf.
Tariq says Cerebro headpiece as well. That would be a good one. You have to do Cerebro if you've got Magneto.
Yeah, so yeah, there you go. So that's what I think Dan Yoon teased yesterday on his Instagram that'd be a Marvel a legend. He didn't say, he just said a Legends related item. So I think this was it. So I don't think there's going to be any figures revealed this week. But like Rich said, we are due some figure reveals, so I'm sure some are on the way. But today's reveal was the Magneto helmet, and again, you can wear this. That's what the roleplay item is all about. They come with an actual like display stand, so you can use them as a display item. Or you can wear it. That's what it's all about. So
what's it made of though? Because it looks shiny. Is it metal or is it? It can't be metal.
Nah, that's not metal. That's just going to be shiny plastic. It's Hasbro. It's got to get past safety regulations. Maybe Dwight will do a special Kickstarter for his Strife helmet that with pointy corners. Who knows?
No, it could be.
But there you go. So that was the Marvel Legends item this week. So yeah, anyone curious? Anyone in the chat gonna get this? Let me read a couple of them. I'm genuinely curious of like your guys' perspective on the roleplay stuff. Like again, I know a lot of people use them for display, but is anyone gonna get this one and try and fit it into their X-Men collection? 62% of you love the X-Men animated show more than the Spider-Man one, so I'm curious. Let me know, and I'll read a couple of comments out. Paternia asking Dan Yoon for a Weapon X helmet. I'd buy that, says Omar V. Tac Tac says, I have a Gambit roleplay, a deck of cards. I like it. Cheap cosplay. I like it. Tariq says they will definitely do a Wanda Maximoff helmet. Scarlet Witch fandom is too strong to not. Is Scarlet Witch in the new X-Men?
No, what do you mean?
X-Men 97? Because this is...
She was in the animated show, but like minor.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
They're in Quicksilver in it, and they are like... I think, yeah, they are the kids of Magneto in it, because there's that whole thing where they go to like Wendigo Mountain, and they show up, and Quicksilver's in X Factor in it as well.
Yeah, because this is actually branded as X-Men 97. That's what makes it interesting for us, is that it's clearly the star of the merchandise surrounding the X-Men 97. And we have been saying for a while on the channel that there's going to be, like, we don't know this for sure, but we're pretty confident. Rectangular in the chat can sort of help us out, but there's going to be an X-Men 97 wave of Legends, whether it's on a card back or what, who knows, but... There's going to be an... Do you reckon the X-Men 97 wave will be on a retro card like this Spider-Man wave?
Yeah, I think it'll be on... I don't think it'll be on, like... I don't think it'll be on the...
Orange.
The classic wave. I think it'll be, like, its own...
Like
thing.
this. A new 97-inspired
like a
version.
tribute to the animated show, like, type of thing. But I think, like, when that show hits, I think it's going to be a big push. I don't think it'll just be, like... Hasbro, I think like Disney Store, I think like merchandising, clothes, and the comic. I think there'll be a lot of X-Men 97 about when that show finally hits here.
Yeah, because this helmet is like, this is a deep cut. Like you don't make a helmet, Magneto helmet, to put on retail shelves. Like this is a collector item. So if they're going this deep with merchandise, you know they've got the easy shit to do as well, which is like the figures. You know, so yeah, hopefully some figures soon. And if this is being shown now. Maybe the figures ain't too far away. When's is it August the show's coming out? Or has it been pushed back? I can't remember.
It's like up in the air at the minute. Some people are saying it's been pushed to next year. Some people are saying it's still... It's hard because like they said, didn't they, that it was only going to be... The leak was that it was only going to be Secret Invasion and Loki this year on Disney Plus. Everything else got pushed back. But then they've announced Echo is coming as well. So there is because the thing is, we haven't had the second series of What If as well.
Mm-hmm.
So at the minute, you've got the second series of What If and X-Men, and both like the animated TV series. So if they've been pushed, if they get pushed to next year, you've got a lot of stuff that's going to get held up because you've got like What If season 2 figures in the next Disney Plus wave, and you've also got that X-Men wave based on the animated TV show as well. So it's like, what's going to get really... And Miss Marvel has already been pushed back as well. That's not out until like later on November this year. So we've got a lot of stuff waiting now to come.
It is crazy how that logo literally has Marvel Studios attached to it. Do you know, like, so they're sort of confirming, like, Marvel Studios presents the X-Men 97. So it means it's some way going to be integrated into the wider scope of the multiverse and all of that. That's what I think it's sort of leaning into, where it can be its own sort of solo thing, but a little... If it's got that branding, like you said, it's got to be integrated in with the schedule of all the other shows. And
they've hinted at it, haven't they? Like with Multiverse of Madness, obviously Professor X is there, and obviously in Ms. Marvel, they say like she could be a mutant, and then the X-Men theme plays for a little bit. So obviously there's a lot of stuff going on in the comic books as well with Ms. Marvel at the minute. Don't look at Twitter if you don't want to know that. But like I think like mutants going forward are going to probably play a bigger part of the MCU, like the standard MCU universe as well. I think after this Kang phase is done, I'm guessing we're going to get the phase of the mutants. Plus we've got Deadpool, haven't we? Yep. Next year. They've just announced that Negasonic is coming back for the film as well.
And Colossus, right?
Yeah, and a girlfriend as well.
Oh, yeah. Yoko is her name? Kiko?
Yeah.
Kiko or something like that?
Yukio?
Yeah, something. I remember him saying her name when he waves back at her. Yeah. But that starts filming soon, I think. So that's got to be on the cards. But Marvel Studios X-Men 97. It is very interesting. So expect more merch is what we're saying. Let me look at the chat and see what they're saying about this helmet. Tariq says, if I didn't have helmets, I would be more likely to buy it. Rob says, I will certainly seek out the Magneto helmet when it's on sale, but I don't have a place for helmets in my figure display. Jamie says, I have a La Buffy axe, but that's only my roleplay item, not for me. Oh, okay, so he's got a Buffy the Vampire axe to slay those vampires. Derek says, tempted by the helmet. Curtis says it's a miss. Mikey Moonboot says Defo, but not put a skull in it with Defo, but gonna put a skull in it with LED lights. Interesting. I like it.
Wouldn't you want a stake though if you had a Buffy the Vampire Slayer? You wouldn't want like an axe. You'd want like a stake to like stake the vampires.
Some
wouldn't you?
garlic, yeah. Jamie's watching this stream now with like just clovers of garlic necklace. Like, he just keeps them away. He keeps them away. He's not a vampire, is he? So it must be working. He stinks though. He does stink. I'm not gonna lie, does stink. Antonio says I might get the helmet to go with my 1/6 Mondo. Oh yeah, that'd be a good display piece. You have the helmet, and then you have the Mondo. Then you got the Marvel Legend. It's pretty good. 1/1 scale, 1/6 scale, 1/12 scale. Defo build out a little Magneto display. Then Rich just needs his glasses.
For my glasses, for Jubilee, for my giant Jubilee.
Big Will says depends on the price, but I'd buy it to wear. Fuck the display. Big Will just going around Tesco with the helmet on, just not even, just pretending he's doing shit with an actual magnet in his hand, just going around moving paper clips. Powerful. Logan's Dan Toy says I might get the helmet. Adam says sorry, Who Crew, bit manic today, and I just got home. We'll have to catch this one on the replay. Have a good one, Adam. When you watch this on the replay, hello, how you doing?
Hello.
The Wolf Pack with the wolf emojis. How you doing? And yeah, later fall I think for the X-Men 97 says Craig. I'm too short and round, I'm afraid, Jay, says Damien. So there you go. So interesting. So that was the roleplay. And let me get up Ryan Ting's Instagram as that post. Again, I don't think I don't think there's as much as people are thinking with this post. But again, Ryan Ting knows what people are like, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is a tease on his behalf. You know what I'm referring to, right?
No, Dan, I've been at work all day.
This isn't today. This is a few days ago. I don't even know if I can get the picture up properly. It's Ryan Ting's Instagram, so just go to Ryan Ting on Instagram, and you can see it's his last post. So he posts a picture of the Sky Cycle. And
look, I liked it.
Yeah.
Obviously, I did see it.
So he posts a picture of the Sky Cycle and the Mark 1 Iron Man, right? But the photo's awkwardly framed, and he's purposely put in the box set, the 2017 San Diego Comic-Con Netflix box set of the Defenders, the Netflix Defenders. It's the only way you can get an MCU version of Danny Rand and Colleen Wing. Every other figure got re-released. The only way you can get only way so far you can get Matt Murdock head sculpt of Charlie Cox as well. So there are still some unique pieces in that box set. I've still got that box set. I brought it to review and open, and then just never got around to review it, so never opened it. So I still have that box set upstairs. And again, some of those figures go for a pretty penny, even though Iron Fist series isn't highly looked on. It's still a figure and a piece you need to your Netflix Defenders, so it goes for a pretty penny. But it's awkwardly framed. See how he's framed the photo, so that's like in frame? Did he do that on purpose, or are we just being idiots and just leaning into his nonsense? Is he just winding us up?
Maybe he's just not that good a photographer.
It's
Maybe
true.
He needs to watch some ACBA videos to get like some hints. He does.
He does say that his missus usually takes his pictures for him, where he's got the big his frame and he's posed all the pictures. So maybe his missus weren't around.
It's wider than it is long, isn't it? So it's like if you've got a square on Instagram, it's hard to fit it in. Then maybe it's just an accident, or maybe it is saying that there is a Defenders wave coming in later this year, because we've got that much rumored codename Marvel Knights wave, but it could be like that version of Defenders were like all Marvel Knights characters, so it could be that. We know there's that Luke Cage that's coming somewhere, so it could be. Or it could be this year's SCCC exclusive, a comic version of those Defenders. But we've had that before as well, haven't we?
We have. It was an Amazon exclusive.
Yeah.
And it's the only way you can get a comic version of Jewel, I think. Is it Jewel?
Yeah.
Her name is Jewel,
Jessica,
right? Yeah.
Yeah, Jessica Jones's superhero form.
Yeah, and they showed that off in the season as well. They picked it up, didn't they? She went,
Yeah.
no way. Is Jessica Jones coming back in the Daredevil?
I don't think it's been. They haven't announced it, have they? But I think Kristen Ritter. I saw an interview with her on the guy who played Lex Luthor in Smallville, Michael Rosenbaum.
Okay.
He does like little interviews and thing. And like she said, she loved it. She would come back to it. So I think if they offered her, they probably would.
She was up there. She was in my top 3. Daredevil, Punisher, Jessica Jones. Like, I love Luke Cage, but Jessica Jones
I like
beater for me.
Luke Cage probably harder because Mike Coulter is in Evil on Paramount Plus. Good,
okay.
that's a good TV show. Watch that.
Evil. Never heard of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like it's good. It's got the guy, the guy from Lost, Ben from Lost.
I'd probably recognise his face. It's been a while since Lost.
He's like a bad guy in it. Mike Coulter is like a priest and it's about demons on the earth.
Oh,
It's
interesting. Maybe I've
it's
seen
good.
a
It's
trailer for
good
that.
one.
Actually, I do like Michael Coulter. I loved when we first seen him in Jessica Jones in that bar scene where he was literally just going poosh, like batting people away. Like I loved the Netflix Defenders when it was rolling. We had a weird phase and. Anyway, it's all coming back. It's all getting fixed. It's all getting fixed.
The first and last series of Daredevil I loved, and the first series of Jessica Jones. Like those 3 seasons I thought were brilliant. And then everything else was kind of like okay-ish, apart from the first season of Iron Fist I thought was a load of shit, but I did like I was probably the only one who watched it, but I liked the second season of Iron Fist. I thought it was much better.
They left it on like a decent cliffhanger as well, where he's got like the guns and she's got the sword now or whatever, and like that's what I mean. Like I don't like cliffhangers, never known. But anyway, it's a conversation for a different day. Ryan Ting, look what you've made us do, chatting about nonsense. He's laughing if he's watching this, going, "What are you on about?" But anyway, people sent me this picture. When I first seen this picture, I thought he was just showing off the new figures. I thought nothing of it, but people have been reading into it and think he's teasing Marvel Knights because we know they're coming. Luke Cage has got to be a part of it. How we getting them? Are they build a figure wave or are they what? We don't really know yet. We assume it is. But hopefully they get revealed soon. Like Rich said earlier, the 5 Marvel Legends waves that have been up for pre-order now for a while have now all been released. I think there's 6 in total. You've got the 2 Spider-Man retro carded waves. You've got Puff Adder. So you've got 2 Spider-Man waves, Puff Adder, Chode, Ant-Man.
What's the 2? Oh, you mean the
Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah, that's what I mean. They're both from the retro card, aren't they? So so Spider-Verse. This wave I showed off today, Chode, Puff Adder, the Ant-Man wave, and was there another MCU one at the start of the year? Or was that it? Is that the 5 waves I'm talking about?
The Guardians.
Guardians, there you go. So there's the 6. I knew there was 6. There you go. So far this year, all right? And remember, people, we're only middle of May. So far, 6 Marvel Legends full waves have been revealed and are now in our hands. Literally, someone has got at least one of the sets all over the place. So 2 of them were on the card back, the rest were Build-A-Figure waves. Okay, so 4 Build-A-Figure waves, 2 retro waves. Last year we got about, I think, 9 waves. The year before that, 11 waves. So again, we've just about hit the halfway mark in Marvel Legends. So we know there's still a lot to come this year, okay? So obviously they're focusing on the summer program right now with the figures that Ryan's showing off there. All of them are up for pre-order. If everything goes to plan, the UK will have Thor and the Destroyer this weekend because it says on my Amazon that Thor's due for shipping on Saturday, right? But he hasn't dispatched yet, so I'm a bit...
It hasn't moved. I think they're gonna be like this is delayed until September. That's what usually happens with Amazon.
Damn, okay.
They tricked us into it.
You tricked me. That's a quote I always say to my friends. Remember the film Drag Them to House, Sam Raimi?
Yeah.
And they're like round the table, and they like the demon gets demon goes into the goat, and the goat's like, "You tricked me." Never mind. One person in the chat knows what I'm talking about. It's a weird film. So yeah, lots of Marvel Legends still to come is the point we're making. So what has been your favourite wave so far? Because you've been picking and choosing, as we all are this day and age, as figures are getting more expensive, etc., and all of that.
Come on, Dan. You know me. There was only one wave that stole my heart this year. Wave of the year.
There you go. So I am looking forward to building Chode, even though, because I with the Chode situation, right? I understood the reuse. Like, it makes sense for them to reuse Abomination. It's just that they didn't go that extra mile, give us the proper deco and the updated hands and like...
They gave us too many fingers. I mean, when have
this is what I'm saying.
Too much of something before? Too many fingers. They're going to cut a finger, save 10 pence on each one. Come on.
I've heard that complaint before. Too many fingers. I've learnt my lesson. But no, what I'm saying is, this design choice, it makes sense for them why they chose... Like, I don't mind them reusing the torso for the Abomination Build-A-Figure. It makes sense. Just deco it properly and give us the updated arms and hands, and like the head looks fine enough, the little articulated jaw on it. But I know he's missing the fins on his forearms, on his feet, and he's got too many fingers. So Yeah.
But it's just like as well. You also got this figure who would have made a really,
Yeah.
really good bath. Like, I mean, it's a good deluxe figure, but then if this was a bath, everyone would.
But
have
then you
got
get people
what that
moaning
with.
that the
I'm about
figures
to
in the
buy
bath
my
they don't
basic
want.
one just to fill the blob of my
You can't.
dreams.
Marvel Legend fans are fickle. There's like you can't please everybody, and people just on either. People can't just. Oh no, I'm not getting into it. I'm not getting into it. But
Everyone's allowed an opinion.
of course, no, absolutely. I never say otherwise. But people are constantly telling me how I should feel. Like, so why is it okay for people to do that to me, but I can't speak my opinion? Do you know what I mean? That's what bugs me about the community. People can think what they want, it's absolutely fine, but yet people are trying to tell me I'm wrong. Like, what? How? I thought we were all allowed an opinion, but I'm not. That's what I mean. Like, it's weird.
You can have an opinion, but it's got to be the same as mine, right?
That's
the only way.
some people. That's what I mean. Some people on YouTube are like that. Some people on YouTube are like that. They're like, oh, if you don't share my opinion, you're wrong. That's not me. You can think what you want. As long as you love the Spider-Man retro wave and you think these are great value for money.
He said before we come on, do not say anything shit about the retro cards or I'll have you. I'll have Hero Collections back here next week. That's what he said to me. I have to phone someone after this.
No, I'm only joking. I am only joking. I genuinely don't get bothered about this stuff as much as some people do. Clearly, like, but we're all good. We're all good. It's been a fun year so far. Interesting, not amazing. But it's been okay so far. We've definitely had some good figures. Undoubtedly, we've had some good figures. But we've had some shit figures as well. So, bit of both. But again, pick and choose.
Is a good fit.
It's a great figure. Blob is a great figure. Top 10 potential all day long. Where he will end up in the top 10 is a conversation for later. Because again, we're still halfway through the year with Legends. Still lots of Legends to go. So, yeah, we shall see. Daniel S, thank you very much, says, he also said, great movie, Drag Me to Hell. So I'm not the only one. He remembers. What's that on South Park with those member berries? I remember. Still need Punisher and Morbius from the Spider-Man Amazing, the animated series. So yes. Again, hopefully they just keep going with that. Genuinely hope they keep going with that.
Mary Jane went up for pre-order this week as well. The
Did?
Mary Jane Green Goblin pack. So we've got one more to come with that. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be a favourite? Or is it going to be someone you didn't want? Who knows?
I have said, openly, my prediction for that next VHS set is Spider-Man, Peter Parker, and Chameleon. That's what my prediction is. If I'm wrong, and it's not Chameleon, I won't be mad. Like, I'll be absolutely fine. Give us whoever you want. As long as then Chameleon's on the fucking retro card, all right? That's the only way I'll forgive them. All right? If we don't get Chameleon on the retro card and we don't get Chameleon on the VHS set, then I'm jumping the fence and joining the other people on YouTube that just hate everything, because we need Chameleon now at this point. So I'd personally prefer on the retro card selfishly, but I understand it makes sense for the current VHS line. So
They could re-release it on the retro
and I'd
card
buy it
next
anyway,
year.
wouldn't I, Rich? So it doesn't fucking matter, does it? Doesn't fucking matter. At least get 20 quid out of me, or 25 quid, whatever it is these days. But yeah, no, we need Chameleon, absolutely. He's a big missing piece. Like, if we're getting fucking Rose and Tarantula and we still haven't got Chameleon, come on. Come on. Figure it out. So yeah, it's gotta be. Vulture as well on the retro cards as hobby. Yeah, that's another great one. As long as you get the young head and old head, tablet at a time, all of that. That would be great.
No, because obviously now they've said like that. Obviously they're abandoning plastic-free packaging.
good
and going
riddance.
back to Windows. So do you think next year, rather than going back to like the old black Marvel Legends with that window, do you think everything's going to be on like blister cards? Because that seems to be people like that more to display than those black box
Ryan Ting
things.
has openly said in interviews and stuff that the Build-A-Figure concept is a staple of Legends, and that's not going anywhere. So I don't think a Build-A-Figure in a VHS in a blister card would look right. So I think for the Build-A-Fig, have we ever had a Build-A-Figure wave on the blister cards?
No, we've never.
Yeah,
They've
yeah.
always been like separate.
So I think there will always be a separate sort of set of collections, whether it be blister cards or none. But I do hope we get the window. I just hope they just revert back to how it was, because I didn't hate what it was like.
Oh, I want something new though. Those I just got
But what-
fed up with
but
that
what-
black packaging by the
But
end.
what-
I don't know.
I don't mind a redesign, but what I'm saying is I want a window where I can see everything I'm buying. As simple as that.
Yeah, like did you see the Todd McFarlane page punchers? It's just all plastic. That is.
Oh, okay. No, I've not seen that. No, but that's all I'm saying. I
Lovely.
don't mind a redesign. I'm not asking to go back to the boring black box or anything like that. I don't mind a redesign. I'm just saying I want to see what I'm buying. I want to be able to look on the like. I've went to Forbidden Planet recently, like one of the one places in the UK you can actually see a wall of legends, and it's depressing. It's just boxes. You can't see shit. You don't know what you're buying. You don't know what face paint apps you got. You don't know if it's missing an accessory piece and whatever. And we've all experienced some bad QC this year. So they need to bring it back sooner rather than later. We know it's not going to take a while. We know there's going to be waves this year that still are on the plastic-free packaging, annoyingly. That's just how things work.
No more renders. That's what I want for
Yeah,
2024. It's
yeah.
like, I know you've got your free copy of Coral Draw and you've done your little picture, but no more renders, right? I want artwork on the back or pictures of the actual figures and what they look like.
Yes, actual sample, like product samples, not because they change shit all the time.
If it's like blister, if it's like plastic on the front and we can see the figure, you can bring back the beautiful artwork again.
Yeah.
Hire some comic artists, get some nice comic
I
art.
like I know this is a sort of different vibe, but do you know NECA do the ultimate boxes, and it's got the open window. Do you know like the box sets used to be on Amazon, like you have with your Mondo there,
like
yeah.
Mondo Jubilee
Yes.
with the Velcro.
Yeah.
And then you can open it and then look at Jubilee to your heart's content.
That's what I mean. Box sets like that are really good. Like the artwork on the recent X-Men villains box set. Artwork on that's great, but it's fucking shit because it's all plastic-free packaging inside. I've just done the review of the Hasbro Power Rangers box set. The box art for the Alien Rangers looks great. It looks nice. But then the reality is you slide it open, you've paid over £100 for this box set, and it looks like I've brought the bloody thing from Poundland. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, the quality's just not there. And, like, when your target audience is adults, make us feel like we're getting our money's worth. Seriously. So, yeah, plastic-free packaging. Good riddance to you. It clearly didn't work. You tried it, didn't work. Off you go. We don't want you. And I know Ryan Ting and Dan Yoon were playing nice, but they don't want it either. I'm speaking for them, all right? They didn't want it. They have to say nice things, but Ryan Ting's a collector. There's no way he thinks that looks better than this. No way. No way. Sorry, Ryan.
He's an inbox collector as well.
Exactly.
He hasn't seen a figure since 2020.
He could have a collection of potatoes. He has no idea. Do you know, like, you need to be able to see what's in the box. Simple as that. Okay. Home Dude says, Fing Fan Foom Ironmonger Build-A-Figure. I would like a Fing Fan Foom. California Red Devil, Poundland, question mark. Can you guess, can our American friends guess what Poundland is? I'm assuming the name gives it away. To be fair, though, when you go there now, nothing's a pound anymore. Very misleading title, to be fair. It used to everything be a pound, though. One of my first purchases from Poundland back in the day, I brought the whole set of Stargate action figures. Remember Stargate?
Stargate SG-1 and that, yeah. Or the movie version.
Yeah, because Daniel, one of the main characters is called Daniel, isn't he? Right. So as a kid, I was like, an action figure with Daniel on it. I want this. So I got him and ended up getting all like the pharaohs and shit like that. They were in Poundland back in the day, an actual pound as well. Back in the day. Yes, it's exactly like the Dollar Store and Dollar Tree. It's a shop that's meant to be everything a pound. But Pound Town, baby, that's a different place. That's a different place. Go there for quid, you wouldn't get a lot, to be fair. But it's definitely a different place. But yes, it's like the Dollar Store and Dollar Tree. But to be fair, nothing's a pound in there anyway. It's misleading. You go in there, and it's like a fiver, and you're like, it's called Poundland. Change it to Fiverland.
It's all different prices now.
Yeah,
it's one price.
It's a joke. It's like, it's ridiculous. My nan was like, bless her. I used to, if she never used to get the concept, and you'd say to her, "Oh, I got this from Poundland." She'd be like, "How much was that?" This is when everything was a pound. She's just like went over her head, bless her. But yeah, that's what it is. 99p cent store. There's still a few of them going around, and nothing is 99p cents either. They're just branding names, isn't it? Fiendish Frank says, next time I'm not taking her to Pound Town. I'm going to Poundland, baby. Poundland. Pound Town, Poundland. Good places to visit. Centurious Corner says, hi all. Hello. Welcome to the nonsense.
Centurions.
Sorry. I can't read. That's my problem. That's not your fault. That's my fault. Codename Chef says, hey. How you doing? Are you an actual chef? Me and Amanda could do with an in-house chef, not going to lie. We eat like children, and I'm very ill because of it. Constantly feel drained because we just eat processed shit in the oven.
Are you just drinking that? What's that drink they all drink now?
What is it? Oh, Prime. No, fuck that.
Prime, yeah,
Fuck
that's
that.
what they'll drink today.
Ridiculous. That hype is ridiculous. Don't get me wrong, they're geniuses. Like with this generation, milking them for whatever. But yeah, no.
So I was in Spa about 2 weeks ago, and I was there early in the morning, and all these people were in the queue, and I was like, and she was like, it's only one bottle, and I was like, a vodka? And she's like, you can have two of them. I was like, oh, fine, that's fine. I have my 2 bottles of vodka, I'm good.
Yeah, that's the KSI stuff. I used to watch KSI when he actually did FIFA videos back in the day. Like now, it's a different ballgame. Again, different world, different fucking world. I'm glad I didn't grow up in this generation. I'm not gonna lie. I know technology is great and stuff, VR and all of that, but like, I'm glad I grew up in a time where I'm making myself sound like a fucking old man. I'm not. But my point is,
Fucking my day.
my point is, being a late 80s kid, born in the late 80s, right into the 90s, I was there. I got to appreciate the world before it got hyper technology. I actually went out and knocked on doors, and my mates came out and played football in the streets and rode bikes and shit. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I'm glad the internet wasn't what it was like as it is now, because I would have been in the back of a van dumped in the sea somewhere. I would have, because I was very naive as a teenager. I'd have been like, "Oh, you've got a new X-Men figure. I'll meet you around the back of the Aldi's.
come in my van. Come in my
Yeah,
van
come into my van,
for new figures. Oh, I'm in.
Off I go. That's not Jubilee.
The door slams. Rich missing. Yeah, the world's great. My mum used to shout at me to get off the phone. Like me and Amanda used to sit. And my phone wasn't even. My parents didn't want a cordless phone. It would bug the shit out of me. So my phone was on a cord that only went like 2 meters, and it was in the hallway of my house. And I'm used to. Have you ever just been on the phone and you ended up just lying in awkward positions and like just leaning? Do you know, like you're just on the phone and you're just doing weird shit? Anyway, I just lie on the floor like.
I didn't work as a sex line as my first job. I know.
No, just me on the phone to Amanda. But my mum used to shout at me to get off the phone, get off the internet so she could use the phone when I was back in my day. Yeah, sorry, I'm not actually that old, but technology has changed so more in the last 50 years than it did in the previous fucking 50. Do you know? So it's crazy. We're in a crazy time.
We got AI coming. I won't even be here next year. It'll be AI.
The co-host AI.
Friday will come to life.
Friday, that would be crazy. Friday, the real life Friday. She'll end up taking
me in your face. You were like, oh my god, yeah, I want Friday to be the horse.
Pretty good, pretty good. California Red Devil says, if I take a Magneto helmet to Poundland and pretend to use magnetism to open the automatic doors over and over, how long before they call the police? I reckon you should try it and let us know, because that sounds pretty fun. People do that with the Force, don't they? They're like, open, yeah. We've all done it, don't lie. We've all done it. So, yeah, you could do that with the Magneto helmet. I told you, but wear gloves and put magnets in the gloves and then just move shit. Just a pot and pan for no reason. I will move this pan.
Don't go near the paper clip, so you'll be like...
Yeah. The Fossil says, oh man, remember going to Blockbusters on a Friday afternoon to rent the latest video game and get the Bigfoot pizza from Pizza Hut? See, that's an example that, again, it's not an old school concept, but it's a concept that just vanished now. I used to go Blockbusters, look forward to walking around, picking up a video, whatever it was, DVD, even DVDs, like whatever it was, and watching that and with a takeaway or whatever. That's gone. That's not a thing anymore. You don't even have to leave your house. You just rent it on Amazon Prime or whatever. So it's changed so much in such a small space of time. Greg says, California Red Devil, they will just call the White Jackets for a 72-hour hold. Yeah, probably that. Probably that. Sane Shooter says, Rich, what's your favourite X-Men story arc? Do you have enough Marvel Legends to recreate it?
Probably not. I'm like, obviously, I love Generation X, so I love the Phalanx Covenant. The Generation X story, but there is like really, really good. And all of Mike Carey's X-Men run, like Supernovas, he's like in Messiah Complex, and X-Men Legacy as well, with like Professor X and with Rogue, and Peter David's X-Factor run. I've got a lot. I like a lot of X-Men runs. There's not much I don't like, apart from Joss Whedon's Astonishing X-Men, which I think is very overrated and very crap.
Cat Beast.
But I've got an Emma Frost. So.
Yeah, I've just got two, haven't I? Emma Frost and
Cyclops as well.
Cyclops.
You didn't get him?
No, I did. I'm saying it's the one that I never... Because you let me borrow yours, didn't you? So it's the first time I've actually got Cyclops and Corsair in hand. So,
yeah. Oh no, I didn't get Cyclops. It didn't come in early.
Oh, so you haven't got a Cyclops?
I have now,
Oh,
but
okay,
it
yeah.
wasn't.
That's
I
what I'm
got it
saying.
from-
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I never had him either. So he's here now. He doesn't have a build of a good piece though. So, but happy days. Mad Hatter Review says, when I was a boy, would go to the old moving picture shows for a nickel and see Charlie Chaplin. Kids today, yeah, it's crazy. Well, yeah, I'm trying to. What was your first film in the cinema? Like first memories? Do you have a memory of?
I remember seeing the Jurassic Park film in Tenby on holiday. I remember seeing that. And there's not even a cinema in Tenby anymore. But I remember seeing that. And I can't remember. I remember it was a James Bond film with Pierce Brosnan. And was it Pierce Brosnan? Yeah, it must have been Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah, he was in the 90s. Bond.
And I remember my father going, "No, they're under 12. They're only 11. They're not paying," because he was like, if you're 12 and over, it was paying more. And then the woman was like, "Well, it's 12 and over. The film is, so they can't go and see the film."
Oh,
so me and my brother were like crying, and we had to go watch some other film because my father was a dickhead trying to save money.
Cheapskate, a couple of quid, and you. Oh, that's shit.
And we were over 12. It was like,
but what ID does a 12-year-old have to prove it? Yeah.
Just to save like £2.
Oh, ridiculous. Sad times. The chat will start giving us theirs. Kurt K says, Star Wars in 1977, 4 years old. Do you actually remember that experience as a 4-year-old, Kurt? Because, again, I know everyone has, like, clouds of memory, but, like, 4 years old, I don't know if I remember anything of when I was 4 years old. That may be a little bit too early. Thirsty for Chicken says, hey, friend. Jurassic Park was 93, yeah.
So I've been 8 then. I must have seen a film before that.
That's what I'm saying. You just don't remember it. This is what I'm saying. So my first memory of seeing a film in the cinema is Power Rangers. I just remember walking the aisle with a big bucket of popcorn, like wild excited to see the Power Rangers in the cinema. That was 95, so I was about 7. But I've spoke to my parents, and I apparently went to the cinema loads, like on day trips and stuff. Apparently, I ran out the cinema screaming. Again, I don't know how young I was, so don't judge me here. But it was apparently Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and I really, really hated the witch, or whatever it was. Do you know the one who gives her the apple? So apparently when she comes... Because when you're a kid, you don't really understand the concept of a big screen. So you go in there, and there's a big giant witch on the screen. I was like, and just ran up the aisle. I don't remember it. I've just been told this story. So I don't know how old I was, but that was clearly before 95. So God knows.
When we were like little, in like junior school, we used to watch The Wizard of Oz every year, and I had to leave before Dorothy killed the witch because I would cry because that horrible girl killed the witch. And I used to like
you root for the bad guy.
Yeah, like half the year, all the little kids would be crying because I was crying, and I was like, I had to go and like leave the room. But I knew it was coming. I had to sit there with Mrs. Harris like sobbing to myself.
Like 50 Cent, root for the bad guy, turn it off before the end, before the bad guy dies. That's a 50 Cent bar from an Obi Troy song. Nobody gets that reference, but I do. Old school hip hop head. That witch was scary as fuck, says 16 Shooter. She absolutely was. But so yeah, my point is, you were probably taken to the cinema as a kid, and your first cinema experience was probably not what you remember it to be, is my point. Everyone always tries to pick a cool film as well for their like first cinema experience. Like, it's okay to have been taken to a shit film as well. Like, everyone's like, do you know what I mean? Everyone always picks the A-lister films. Oh, I remember seeing this in the cinema. It's like, are you sure you didn't see something shit? Like, me and Amanda, on our 18th anniversary last week, we tried to remember the first film we went and seen in the cinema together. And we thought it was one of the Saw movies. But it turns out it was White Noise.
Oh, romantic, that is.
Exactly, yeah. And we didn't know what the Saw film was. And we went and seen Saw 2 first. And it was so we didn't know what we were getting ourselves in for. And we've sat down in cinema, and the first scene in Saw 2 is, hang on, California Red Devil, much appreciated.
California Red Devil donated $4.99. My first cinema memory is 9 to 5 with Dolly Parton and Lily Tomlin. Random.
My first cinema memory is 9 to 5 with Dolly Parton and Lily Tomlin. Random. That is random.
What a way to make a living.
Yeah. Yeah, that is very random, but... what's that? Compulsive Collector says, I was a teacher for the Star Wars in 77 as a literal newborn, but I very much remember Empire in a double feature with Star Wars at a drive-in theatre in 1980. Crazy.
I remember, was it the 30th anniversary, like the remastered versions of Star Wars? I remember like them coming out on like VHS, and that was like a big thing, and going to Woolworths and like picking them
Woolworths.
up and watching them.
Brought many of action figure from Woolworths back in the day. R.I.P.
Oh,
Woolworths.
used to have a love-hate relationship with Woolworths.
Jay used to work there. I think it was Jay. Jay, is it you used to work there, or well, Jamie? One of you used to work in Woolworths. I think it was Jay's Toys Collection UK. Mad Hatter says, I feel like my first real cinema experience was Who Framed Roger Rabbit. What year was that? Was early 90s, wasn't it? Roger Rabbit, not 80s. It was 90s, surely.
When was the first Turtle film? I remember seeing that as well.
That was late 80s or 1999 actually, maybe. Mad Hatter will know. He'll know that for sure. He's a Turtles guy. First Turtle movie. I was too young for the first one. My first Turtle movie was Secret of the Use. That was the one I remember. I seen them as a kid. I seen them out of order. Like I was prime age for Secret of the Use, and just missed out on the first movie. But I had the first movie soundtrack on vinyl. I have a vivid memory of my dad swinging it against the wall and smashing it into a million pieces, and my heart breaking.
Most of my memories of like films, like I was saying about that Temby watching Jurassic Park, it's like when someone else was sick and I got took to like the cinema to like keep me amused. I remember seeing that. I remember going to Bournemouth and watching. Oh, it was Sandra Bullock and the guy gets like loses his memory. And she falls in love with the brother while you were sleeping. I went to Bournemouth and saw that. Well, my brother and my father had diarrhea in the hotel with my mother.
See, I told you, weird cinema memories. It could be a whole theme for a show. Mad Hat and a lot of people, thank you firstly for Chica California, Red Devil, Jay's Toys Collection. They all say 1990 was the first Turtles movie, which I think I said. I think I guessed 1990. So
I'd been like 5 then, so that's about believable, isn't it?
I remember having the Turtle Power vinyl. That's I remember for the first movie. Like
yeah.
But I didn't see the first movie for a while. I seen the second one. And like that's why the Secret of the Use figures are going to get prime real estate on my shelf, because that's my movie too. Even though subjectively, as an adult, the first one is obviously a better representation. It's darker. It's a better version of the Turtles. But I can't help but love Secret of the Use because of that. It used to always bug me though. It wasn't Rocksteady and Bebop, because I'd watch the cartoon where Rocksteady and Bebop were in it, and then I'd watch the movie and it was Toko and Razor. And as a kid, I was like, why didn't they use Rocksteady and Bebop? Why? Why not? I was ral annoyed as a kid. Still bugs me to this day. But I do like live action Toko and Razor. Some of the best action figures, full stop period, are the NECA Toko and Razor from the Secret of Use. Just saying. I've got a review on the channel. Go and check it out if you haven't. But yeah, lots of people giving their cinema memories now in the chat. I told you, it's a fun one. Going back to what I was saying about me and Amanda, we thought it was Saw, and that first scene in Saw 2 is the guy's got the key behind his eye socket, and like the screen, it flashes on the screen, the key's behind his eye, and all he's got is like a rusty razor blade, and if he doesn't take his own eye out to get the key, the bear trap snaps on his head. And me and Amanda, like, I don't mind horror films, but I don't like horror, like, I don't mind fantasy horror films where it's like a made-up villain or a ghost of ghouls, goblins, whatever. What I don't like is horror films that could actually happen, right? That could fucking actually happen. Some guy, some weird, creepy guy, right, could kidnap you and build some sort of weird... He could be an engineer, right? He could build a weird contraption on your head and do that shit. He could have been some engineer, some really intelligent engineer / surgeon could do that shit to people. I'm just saying...
If there's someone out there that does that, I really hope it's one of the engineers for the Power Rangers Lightning Collection team, because then it would break apart in like 2 moves and you could get out.
I'll just keep the key behind my eye. I seem to be functioning fine. I live my life with it. But it turns out our first film in the cinema was actually White Noise, which again no one probably remembers. Weird film about hearing voices. I can't even remember who was in it, but it was a shit horror film called White Noise. I genuinely can't tell you much about it, but that was the first film me and Amanda can remember seeing in the cinema. We both went with a group of mates though, and we were like staring at each other. It was a bit of... Were you young kids? 18 years ago. Long time ago, people, all right? Long time ago. Been together a very long time. Craig's Nostalgic Collection says, I love Blockbuster on a Friday evening. Dan, I remember the get off the phone so you can use the internet. Damn dial-up tone, most likely a Disney film. Yeah. Babies, they're babies. Yeah. Toko and Razor. Mama? Tac says, drop the 0 and get with the hero. Lady Mac says, I brought the Go-Go Power Rangers single on tape in Woolworths. I brought a lot of tapes on Woolworths.
And no shampoo the girl band? Weren't they a song Trouble? That was for the Power Rangers
Oh,
movie.
we're in trouble.
Yeah,
It's
I remember
something's
that
gone
as well.
wrong, and it's the end credits for Power Rangers. I still love the Power Rangers movie, by the way. I know it's not in continuity, blah blah blah, but I still like it. Jay says Woolworth's toy department, age 16, was his first job. See, I do listen to people and retain information. Where all this started, I remember dates by WrestleMania 93, 2000. Yeah, 93 Mania 9 is my earliest memory. Oh wow, so yeah, now he has got a good memory as well, Jay. To be fair, but I told you, someone worked in Woolworths, age 16, surrounded by toys, and they all just started creeping in. And now he's got that nostalgic attachment to everything.
I used to fight. I used to fight there was a woman in Pontypridd, in the Woolworths in Pontypridd, and then when I went to university, the woman in Aberystwyth, she was horrible as well. Shouty lady, we used to call her. And she'd be like, do you want the free keyring with your S Club 8, which my 6-year-old daughter has got? And I'd be like, yeah, I do want the keyring. Yeah, how does your daughter like it? Is it good? Give me my S Club 8 album, you bitch.
S Club 8, fucking hell. Old school.
Then we stole a Simon Cowell standee from outside game as well. There was like some X Factor game, and like
what?
Game,
What's that?
Yeah, it was like they were like SingStar.
Oh,
it was like
okay,
an X
yeah,
Factor type knockoff of that, and they had Simon Cowell thing inside. Me and Dawn running down the street with it. They obviously couldn't give a shit because they could have easily caught us. We were like, quick, run!
Like a Simon Cowell cutout, essentially.
No, like a full, like 6 foot size
fucking
Simon
hell.
Cowell standing there, and we had it all flat for years.
Did you get the bus home with a giant Simon Cowell poster? Like, what the hell?
We lived in the we were classy students. We lived in the centre of town, so we were literally like 3 streets away.
Oh, happy days. Mad Hatter says Woolworths in Miami was the best. Buy a Gremlins 2 lunchbox and a puppy in the same place. Wait, Woolworths was in America? I thought that was like a British old school institution. So Americans had Woolworths with a like pick and mix and everything like that.
Woolworths, you get everything.
That's what I'm saying, but I didn't know it was an American thing. I know that Australia had the big W, which we had for a little bit, which is essentially big Woolworths. My mind was blown when I worked that out. I was like, wait, big W.
Do you have John Menzies in Coventry?
No. Don't know what
John
that is. Never
John Menzies. It was like I think Scottish, but like a toy shop and magazines and stuff like that as well.
No, we had like a C and I can't remember what it was.
BT's. It was like BT's as well. That was like a model shop.
No, I don't remember that. I remember the old battle of Index versus Argos.
Oh yeah, and you could,
we know who won.
You'd always go down on the escalator to Index.
We know who won that battle. Argos is still around. But yeah, okay. So the Americans did have Woolworths. Interesting, and the Aussies, as I said. So I didn't know that. Pick and mix toys, good man and staff, perfectly shopping experience. Well, not from Rich's experience, it seems.
Horrible women in both of them. Didn't respect the pop music, did they?
So many tapes, literally. I'm trying to think of a tape. Like we talked about Gina G. I remember having that on tape from Woolworths. Had like
just a little bit
more. What else? Saturday Night Fever. I think as a kid, like my mum made me learn that dance routine. Saturday night. Da, 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 da.
Oh, Winkfield.
Yeah, old school, isn't it? Old school. Woolworths was the best. See, people have fond memories of Woolworths. I did buy a lot of toys back in Woolworths. Turtles toys, Power Rangers toys. All these retro toys that you could probably get for less than a fiver now go for hundreds of pounds in the aftermarket. If only we knew.
I bought my first Marvel Legends in Woolworths.
Exactly.
But Iron Man and Toad and thought they were both shit and then didn't buy any more for 10 years.
The Toy Biz area was a weird one. As I said, I would always see them on the shelf. Like, I wasn't a Toy Biz collector at all. Like, I'd see them on the shelf and like the idea, but never thought they looked good enough. It wasn't until Epic Heroes in, like, 2012 I got on with Legends. But I was always an action figure collector, though. Like, I had Turtles and Power Rangers and other bits and bobs. But it's just like, things are just better now. I think with just the modern age, things are just better now. It's just how it is. As simple as that. Cotton Eye Joe. I brought that on tape at Woolworths too, says Lady Mac. Cotton Eye Joe, what a tune.
Cotton Eye Joe. Happy married a long time ago.
Plays at every social event at a social club, and then everyone does that arm thing where they just lock arms, it just spins round.
Oh, what's the one where everyone sits on the floor? I hate that. Oops, upside your head.
Upside your head. I don't even know what that is. It's like everyone's doing a canoe or something.
Yeah, and then you get up and your jeans are like black because the floor was like disgusting.
Everyone does. I used to do a live show, DJ at a live show, and people used to get me to play that Candy song all the time. Tastes like sweet like candy, and everyone would used to do this dance. And it's like everyone knew the dance, and I was like, how does everyone just automatically know this dance? Like, I didn't understand it. Like I'm not a dancer as such. I don't like the dancing. If you put a few drinks in me, I'll do that little nod. I'll be like, yeah, okay, I like this tune. But you won't get me fucking bopping and dancing around. But yeah, I can't do routines and shit like that. Fuck that.
Routine.
You know what I mean? I can't. I'm just the guy that stands in the corner going, yeah, I like this. This is a good
Do
song.
you think everyone else in the public goes and practices like all together, get in line like?
They practice in the mirror or something. They must do. You don't just know a routine without practicing it. If you see a routine in a music video, you must practice that to be able to do it on the dance floor. That's all I'm saying.
What's the Saturday night?
It was
one?
like it was like Macarena but different. Yeah.
And then you like bounce and move, and then you're there.
Yeah, I can't remember. People are going to clip this out and make me look like a fool on the internet. Hopefully, the haters ain't hate watching for an hour and 20 minutes in.
You? What?
Yeah, Jace did a 4-hour live Eurovision. He said, bloody commentary, that was crazy. Yeah, go and if you want some live commentary to a 4-hour Eurovision, go and help Jay in his watch time over at Jay's Toys Collection UK. I would have loved to have sat and listened to it. I really would have, because I have no doubts he would have had me cracking up. Tac Tac says, I brought Shaggy, All Carolina, and Woolworths on CD. I just can't picture Tac Tac and that song together. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, next time on Legend of the Liquor, I'm going to ask Mark to sing me a few bars from Ooh Carolina. That's what I'm just start practicing in the mirror, like we said, Tac Tac. I want to hear it. Portugal got robbed in the Eurovision, says California Red Devil. I wasn't paying too much attention, to be fair. Did you watch it? Did you have a favourite, Rich?
Yeah, of course I watched that.
Who was your favourite?
I like the one that came second.
Finland, the cha-cha-cha.
Yeah, cha-cha-cha. But like, I think it was all fixed because it was like the 50th anniversary of ABBA winning next year.
And it's in Sweden.
Yeah, Loreen won it, and then it's gone back there because she didn't win the popular vote. She won the jury vote, but her points were so far ahead that they couldn't really catch up.
Yeah, it was pretty boring. Like, I came home with Amanda and we watched the end bit, and it was like you could tell Sweden would win halfway through. It was like, what's the point?
Yeah.
And they made it look like Finland had a chance, but I don't understand. Like, hadn't she already been on Eurovision? I thought you couldn't. She
won it before.
This is what I mean. How can you still be on Eurovision? I thought you couldn't be an established act.
Yeah, no, anyone can take part.
Then why don't we just put our best there? Why don't we just put Ed Sheeran to represent England? Do you know what I mean? Like,
because they wouldn't do it because of the stigma. Like, imagine Ed Sheeran came last. It would be like, Ed Sheeran, you loser.
I reckon he'd do it for the crack. He would. He seems like a good guy. He'd do it for the crack. I reckon we should
We could do it next year.
We should make a song. We can do it. You and me, we can do it. We can make it happen. I'm a musician of sorts. I can still drop some bars. All right.
I'm a good dancer.
All right.
I'll get the routine sorted in the background.
I'm gonna have to practice in my mirror, aren't I?
Like bears.
Maracas just really not on drugs. Okay, do you know what? Because we haven't talked about toys for the last half an hour, I think it's a good idea we wrap up nice and early today, and hopefully over the weekend I can get some of these reviews out. Okay, so as I was saying, people, this new Spider-Man wave is out in overseas. This is import stock. I got mine from Inderman Toys. They will be selling it at MCM. I don't know if they wanted me to tell you that, but that's what you get. You get that type of inside information.
Next week Friday, get your tickets to London now.
At London MCM. I won't be there, but I know a few people are going there. I'll be at the one at the end of the year, hopefully. But yeah, not this one. But yeah, so there you go. I'll be reviewing this, and again, just very happy, very very happy to add some more retro cards on my favourite card back to my wall. All right, if you know me, you know this makes me happy. All right, I don't care what you call me. I've got a bonfire emoji. Say what you want, but my wall is now 2 figures less bare. Well, these ones I will open, but I'll buy some more. But there you go. But thank you everyone for talking about the cinema, Woolworths, and Eurovision with us today. Hopefully we talked about toys for a little bit. Sometimes this is the type of nonsense me and Rich get into. This is just a catch up for me and Rich essentially, and with an audience. The show's just going to be changed to Dan and Rich with live with studio audience. But always fun. But Legend of Liquor this weekend, people. Okay, I've got some more. I told you I've got the Simpsons Ultimates with or without an apron. Or with or without an apron. We might have an apron exclusive.
The suspense is killing me.
We might have an
Will you have
exclusive.
one?
So yeah, Legend of Liquor, I will talk about some actual toys, I promise, as well as some nonsense, as well as racing some ducks. So if you want to be on this week's episode on Legend of Liquor this Sunday, then you know what to do, all right? Hit me up on Instagram. Send me a DM. Instagram is free. I'm sure most people have an account. Very easy to make happen. Message me. Say, Dan, I'm a channel member. I would like to be on Group 1. I would like to be on Group 2. Remember, 2 groups of 8. 16 guests in total, every single show. Always a good time. Always introducing new people to the community.
And if you're out there every week messaging Dan saying you want to be in Group 1, then you're an arsehole.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you that now. I think you're all arseholes. All Group 1's an arsehole. Group 2 for the win.
I do tell Group 1 they smile to try and put them off, but some people just won't shake from Group 1. To be fair, I understand lifestyles, kids and stuff like that. Certain people are in Group 1 and it has fair reason, but Group 2 is great too.
Bullshit! They're always in the chat afterwards anyway, Dan. Bullshit, Dan.
Look, I'm trying to play fair, right? I appreciate everybody. Group 1 or Group 2. Jamie's the ever-present in Group 2. He knows I appreciate him. We've raced ducks in Group 2, for God's sake. Come on, race some ducks with me. It's usually lucky to be live as we race some ducks, all right? Remember, it's Season 2 of the Duck Race. It's still easy. Like, no one's got loads of points yet. Like, you could win a race and be right up there, so... Plenty of opportunity. Get involved. There's Eric Alfred Abel. I knew I mentioned Bum Pirate. He'd throw the emoji in. He loved. It's a good emoji though. It's a very self-aware emoji. Like, I love Legends, and I won't let anyone tell me any different. All right, simple as that. No one wants to be a number 2. I watched Austin Powers the other day. Amanda put it on, and I just kept watching it. And there's that scene where he's in the toilet, and that Irish guy climbs through and tries to choke him. And, like, he's sitting in the toilet going, who does number 2 work for? And he's, like, punching this Irish man as he's trying to flush him down the toilet. And he's like, what did you eat? Funny shit. Funny shit, literally. Right, Rich, tell the people where they can find you online.
You can find me at Displayed Once on Instagram, where I will at some point this weekend probably take pictures of my new Jubilees.
I look forward to seeing an updated shot of your Jubilee cube. I don't know. I don't think she's going to fit. I don't think she's going to fit in the cube. I think
she needs a bigger cube.
She's going to be too tall for it, right? She's got to be. Unless you have her bending or crouching or on a skateboard or something. I don't know.
I think she would fit. She would fit in the cube, but then I don't think anything else would fit in the cube.
Okay.
But we'll see. We'll get into it.
I look forward to updates. You can follow along at Displayed Once. Link, as always, in the description to this video. And as I said, yeah, it's under his chin. There it is. As I said,
not that chin, my other one.
Idiot. As I said, Legend of Liquor Sunday. Hit me up on Instagram if you want to be a part of it. First come, first served. You've got to be a channel member, though. I will always prioritize new guests, all right? So if you're a new person, don't worry about missing out on a spot. I will get you in there, all right? But again, I appreciate everyone. I will be back on Sunday to talk some toys. Rich, we need a word of the day as I end this poll where X-Men won with 62% over Spider-Man with 38% for the best 90s animated Marvel cartoon. Over 200 votes. It was not as close as I expected it to be. X-Men with the big, powerful win there. But word of the day, Rich, you got one for us?
Word of the day is Dupois.
Dupois. How do you spell Dupois?
Whatever 12 is in French is that.
Okay, cool. There we go. Figure it out. There you go. Word of the day. If you write that, then we know you watched until the end, and we appreciate you. Thank you to everyone watching live. Thank you to everyone on the replay. We will see you on the next one. All right, and hopefully we have some new Marvel Legend news to talk about. Maybe. If not, we'll just talk about Woolworths again. It's fine. Bye bye, everyone.
We do a Eurovision special next week, yeah? We'll rank everyone.
I'll start writing some lyrics. I do need to do a new intro for this show, actually. Well, how did my old one go?
Brandon, handsome. Yeah. He's so handsome. I want to fuck Brandon.
That was the remix. That I know you weren't meant to share that with people. That was between you and me. No, what is it? Want to talk some toys? Let's start now. You know the show starts when the man says, "Pal, Dan who, Rich M, man so handsome. Want Marvel Legends and you know who has them. Tune in. It's 8 o'clock. Makes you want to buy toys so you hate to watch. There you go. See, I've got a hype man and everything now. Woo! Go and click a video.
Woohoo!
Watch some of the nonsense.
Wait for Electra tomorrow.
Yes,
Woo!
hopefully.
Get to it, Dan. Come on.
I know. Bye bye.